knock out part two. So part two is how I broke down the lakes, which lakes I chose and why I chose those lakes. So I'd actually been fishing since the Friday before. I went down to Toho to fish the BFL that took place over the weekend. I left the BFL on Saturday and went straight down to Harris and stayed the night and started fishing on Harris on that Sunday. So started scanning water, and I was pretty excited because I finished 23rd in the BFL the month before. So I was going to try to figure out the same exact pattern. I was going to go out there, fish the offshore grass, and hopefully smash them. I got out there, started scanning water, and all the grass that I had previously fished was gone. They had been spraying grass, and all the patterns I had before were gone. So I had to relearn the lake. I had to learn something new. So what I did is I started scanning. Spent hours and hours and hours scanning water, marking all the different patches of grass. Ended up finding some off of Helen's Run on the south end of Harris. I fished that for 1 or 2 hours, had a couple small bites, nothing big, not what I was looking for. So I started scanning further south, and then that's when I ran into a large patch of grass. A little bit clear water, again, still kind of murky. There was a little bit of an algae bloom going on, so it wasn't the clear water I wanted, but I knew there was potentially fish in there. Scanned over top of it, found fish in certain patches. I was using my live sight to be able to actually see the fish swimming around in the grass, marking those spots, those key spots that I need to be fishing. And left that, went to Little Harris, and went to scan the grass in the back, and there was over 30 boats in there. So I knew that was going to be pressure, and that's probably not something I wanted to fish because I knew it was going to get a lot of action. So I stayed out of Little Harris, and I ran to Eustis. Now it's about 1 or 2 o'clock, and the sun was up. It was hot. It was in the 80s, and I started flipping docks. And first 2 docks I came to, caught one 3.5, caught another one at 4. So I knew I had that as a backup plan if the grass didn't work out. So I went through and started marking deep water docks, ones that were fitting the pattern that I was fishing. So I went out on day 2 of practice. So on that Monday I went out, and again I went straight to the grass that I found the day before in Harris. And while I was there, I noticed pecking on top of the water. And all of a sudden I started seeing bass blow up on top of the water, chasing the shad. I was there for the shad spawn. So I had a couple of spring baits on, no hooks, thrown out there just to see if I could get bites. And I had 2 hookups right away, shook them off, and I knew that was going to be the deal. I knew that was going to be where I was going to start my day on Tuesday for the day 1. Went and checked on a couple other spots that I had offshore. I checked a couple of points that I knew had shell bottoms on them. And I caught a couple of striper, didn't catch the bass that I was looking for, didn't catch the quality. So I was all in on going to that offshore grass. Come Tuesday morning, I was boat 140. I ended up running to one other spot. There was a couple other boats on it, left that, and then went to my grass spot in Harris. And sure enough, first cast, had a big bite, missed it. And then within probably 2 hours, I had 17-pound bag. I kind of laid off of them. I didn't want to pressure all my fish. I was going to 3 different spots in the grass, rotating them out, and left that, went to another spot, and then tried to let my co-angler catch a couple fish because I knew I'd have to make those fish last another 2 days. Day 2, went back straight to the grass to get that early morning bite. I didn't get the shad spawn because the wind had picked up more, but the fish were still there. Again, filled the boat up, had a 17-10 bag. Probably about 11 o'clock I was done fishing, left those fish alone, went to a couple other spots. The 3rd day, went to the same spot. It was boat number 2. Got there, and one of the other anglers went right in front of me, parked right on my spot, and sat there and fished. Ended up doing way better than me. Wasn't able to really find those fish that I had before. Also, the color of bait that I'd been using the 2 days prior, they were sold out at the bait shop. I couldn't find that color anywhere. So I think that really hurt me too because I was using a different color. Same bait, different color. I just wasn't getting the same quality bite. Ended up with 10 pounds, finished 5th. But that was definitely a learning experience for me. Definitely carry extra baits. If you have a pattern that's working and you know it's working, make sure that you have enough in the boat to last you 3 full days of fishing, because that can hurt you the last day if that's the only color that those fish are biting. So I hope this helps. And again, if you want to PM me on the side, ask me some questions, or you have upcoming tournaments and it's legal for me to give you information, I will. But yeah, just hit me up. Again, I spent a lot of hours on the Harris Chain of Lakes the last 3 months. I fished the Big Bass, I fished the ABA Open, I fished the BFLs, I fish the ABA regular tournaments. So got a lot of time on the water. And again, trying to help out my anglers. And I'll be making a couple more videos as well, showing some of the action shots of me catching these fish. But again, hopefully you're following. Please hit that follow button. Help me out and let me grow. Also share to your friends, anybody that's me coming down the Harris chain, and please comment below if you have any comments. And again, if you have any better ways to do it, no trolling, but if you have any better ways below, please leave some comments. And again, thanks for following, supporting, and thanks for all you do. All right, thanks.